What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to take a look at the PA-800 USB document camera. It does have a 5 megapixel sensor. It does do 1944p HD, 30 frames per second, A3 shooting area. It's got a bright LED light. It does autofocus, and it does have physical buttons here on the device. You can change the ISO settings, and you do have a mirror option. First thing out of the box, we do have the user manual for the PA-800 USB document camera. We have the USB document camera itself. We have the 5 megapixel lens here. We do have this LED ring. Right here is the sensor to turn the LED on. On the base, we've got our autofocus button, mirror image button, and our ISO button. Additionally, we do have a USB-A to USB-C adapter. The video and audio you are seeing and hearing now is coming directly from the PA-800 USB document camera. The microphone is mounted on top of the camera right here, and you can see the autofocus is doing just fine. Like I said, this is the default out-of-the-box experience that you can expect to get when you plug this thing in for the very first time. There's very little lag here going on when I move my hands. This is a full 30 frames per second at 1080p. I can up those settings, but just for the sake of this video, and because I don't intend to record any other segments higher than 1080p, this is the default video that we're going to use. So even though it's very obvious that this is 30 frames per second, I am going to go ahead and show the writing experience here. Autofocus, again, is working really, really well. That is a very nice quality experience. It looks excellent over here on my computer monitor. I'm pretty impressed. Let's see what we can do in other software. Here we are in the IPEVO visualizer software. You can see that the image quality has changed significantly. There are lots of different settings and lots of different options that you can do when you're using this IPEVO visualizer software paired with the PA-800 document camera. You can check out over here. You can check different resolutions here. We'll go ahead and up this to 1944p. And you can see there the autofocus kicked in, and it still looks great. Much higher resolution. The frame rate dropped a little bit just because we're moving at a much higher resolution, but we can drop that down to 1080p, and that's where I'm going to keep it for the remainder of the video. Again, autofocus kicked in. Things are looking great. One other thing I like about this software is you've got video filters. My favorite here is the grayscale. So you can see it just turns everything gray. You've got sepia tone. You can invert the color. And this is very, very useful, especially if you're using this software in conjunction with like a Teams meeting or a Google Meet. Oh, check out the shadow there. That looks wild. Loving it. Of course, this software also offers the usual tools like being able to zoom in. So we'll take that up to 20 times zoom, and you can see it is a little bit grainy, but again, this is a 5 megapixel camera. There's my knuckle. But the zooming experience is pretty good. You can rotate your image here, you can mirror your image here, you can change the vertical and horizontal layouts with the keystoning. That's very handy if your camera's set at a slight angle. You're also able to take snapshots, you can record, you can do live broadcasting. That's really fun and really cool. The IPEVO software really takes the PA-800 to the next level. This has been the PA-800 USB document camera. As you can see, the video quality is very top-notch. I am super impressed with that. 5 megapixels is just the right amount for a budget document camera, and yeah, this uses it very, very well. The ring light here does have 3 settings. It's tap, 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 and it's got bright, medium, and low, and it works very well as well. However, you could see in my default video, I didn't have to turn this on. It picked up enough light as it was. And if it didn't, we've got the brightness button here to change the ISO settings. Autofocus, as I pointed out, worked a treat. I didn't even have to press the button there at all. However, to get the best video and to get it set up just right for my situation, I did need to mirror my image. All in all, the PA-800 is an excellent choice for a budget document camera, and yeah, I totally approve.